Hello, welcome to Bubonicon Virtual 2020. I'm Craig Chrissinger. I'm one of the co-managers this year. With me is Jessica Coyle, one of our other co-managers, and currently running the camera is our third co-manager, Mandy Self. Thanks for being with us today here on Facebook and YouTube. People asked us what we wanted to do since it's a pandemic, and obviously we can't be together. New Mexico state health regulations still say that we can't have groups more than 5. And also our hotel can't have more than 50% occupancy in their sleeping rooms, and they can't have big events. So it's just not happening this year. We're sorry. It's not our fault, really. Stupid pandemic. Anyway, we want to do something for all of you who are kind of stuck at home. You can't get together and socialize at Bubonicon this year. There's no hugs. There's no elbow bumps or whatever. And so we just thought 2020 has been an incredibly rough year between the pandemic, and then of course there's been social and political injustice, and there's a lot of food and economic insecurity right now. So we want to do something at least to make it, maybe just for one day, a little bit brighter. And thus we came up with Bubonicon Virtual Con 2020. This is our one-day virtual event to give you a little taste of what Bubonicon's usually like. Well, obviously we won't be able to do everything. We won't have an art show or gaming or auctions, for instance, but we're trying to give you what we can in 9.5 hours just to try and make your day a little bit brighter, give you some joy and some entertainment. So thanks for joining us. And Jessica, I think you were gonna just talk a little bit about our programming.
Yeah, so today we're gonna run programming from about 10 a.m. through 8 p.m. tonight. That's all Mountain Standard Time. So if you are interested, you can download a schedule from either the Bubonicon Facebook or website, which is bubonicon.com, to see what the combination of panels, readings, and workshops we have. We're lucky to have readings from both of our 2020 guests of honor, Keith R.A. DeCandido and Becky Chambers. We also have 4 different live programs throughout the day in addition to pre-recorded panels. So we're starting with at 11 a.m. with a comics workshop from local comics collective 7000 BC. And then we are going to have 3 live panels at 12:30, 3, and 6 p.m. If you want to read more about what those are going to be and our other panels, you can, like I said, download that schedule. There's some descriptions there. So if you are interested in participating in one of our live panels, there are 3 different ways you can do that. We're running all of our panels through Zoom. You can sign in, watch those panels, and add your comments to the chat or your questions. We can have 100 people participate through Zoom. If you aren't able to get into that, you are also able to view these at Facebook and YouTube, and you can find those links on our website or our Facebook page. So if you want to ask questions and you don't get into the Zoom session, you're able to ask on Facebook and YouTube, and we will monitor those as well. And so you might have a chance to hear us ask the authors your questions. So definitely please make sure to give us plenty of questions so we have material for them. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it back over to Craig.
Yeah, so we've got 9.5 hours, like I said, and we tried to cram it with as much as we could. There's actually about 20 participants today. You'll see them on a variety of things, and we do have the Green Slime Awards at the end of the day, which is our awards. We don't recognize the best of things, we recognize the worst of things in the last 12 months. So that's coming up later. For those of you who have never been to Bubonicon, who found your way here through whatever means, I just want to give you a little background. Bubonicon actually started in 1969 here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Very small at the beginning, as most conventions were, and it's now been going for 52 years. We are actually going to do Bubonicon 52 next year in 2021. We're skipping it this year. This is our kind of substitute. We're not putting it in our count. Bubonicon got its name from Robert Vardaman, one of Albuquerque's authors. He also used to work at San Diego National Labs. Back in the early 70s, there was a newspaper article that Egypt would not allow anybody from New Mexico to visit one summer because we still have bubonic plague here. Science fiction fans, especially in the late 60s, early 70s, were very, very tongue-in-cheek and liked puns. And that continues to today, but I think in the naming conventions at that time, that was really a strong influence, and thus we became Bubonicon after bubonic plague. Our mascot is a rat named Perry Rodent, which is a parody of the German long-running science fiction book series Perry Rodan. So, you know, once you put it all together, you got Bubonicon, you got your rat, and it all kind of works. We are definitely tongue-in-cheek. People have asked us about changing the name, but we like it. It's unique. And for us, it's very tongue-in-cheek. And let's face it, at least we have cures for the bubonic plague. So anyway, that's a little bit about Bubonicon's past. And now, as you watch the next 9.5 hours, you'll be watching Bubonicon's present. And hopefully next year in 2021, we'll see Bubonicon's future. Again, thank you for being with us today. We hope you have fun. Maybe you learn something new. Maybe you see some of your favorite authors and artists.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for joining us.
Bye.